Push the button.
What's going on, guys? We are back. We are here. We took some time off. Some things happened. I've been places. I've seen things. I've returned from beyond the veil of Indianapolis. And we're here today for the next episode of Lordly Caliber. And as always, of course, we're joined by not one, not two, but three of the men of the Inn of Planar Crossroads. Kane and Colin and Adam are here with us. The channel couldn't exist. I say this a million times. I'm going to say here's 1,001,021 at this point, to be honest. The channel could not exist without you guys and your support. It's nothing short of amazing. And thank you, Adam, for your patronage. Thank you, Kane, for editing my stuff. Thank you, Joe, for your patronage. A House Divided's GM is also here, as always. And also Donald. Donald's hanging. So, before we dive into what is, quite possibly, I know I kind of, spoofed a TPK to plug a series a while ago over at IOPC. But before we actually, dive into that, we are going to take that, I guess, one last in-character reflection for the hero points. I need a D5, because the hero points are just granted in 2nd edition. And they're much... But you need two. You have to bring... You need to bring me Mountain Dew. You have to bring me Mountain Dew, or you don't get the 2nd hero point, and I don't get to live to 40 because I'm diabetic.
I'm on a keto diet. I don't want to drink Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's bad for me. Real bad for me too.
That's a Slim Jim.
All right, Cade, give us that little bit of Francis.
It's a little bit of Francis. Oh, good lord! It's been a couple of weeks. What are we doing now? We're
arguing.
I need to remind myself too. I think we're getting ready to head to the Verduran Forest.
Oh,
you guys had teleported.
Yeah, because we were making pylons.
Yes, we were constructing additional pylons to make a cheese wire of our own. And a mighty cheese wire it would be.
I don't know why the music isn't going. I'm sorry, the last session is bad. I will keep working.
Fail!
You had the story of my life.
I also got my volume turned down all the way. No, it's just broken. You failed us.
Yes. I did. I could put on the safety dance like I did at the tournament.
No, please don't do that.
No.
How loud did you say your volume was right now?
I did 50%.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad. You'd be fine. What's this? This is from Ogre Battle 64. Something is playing. Take it away, Francis. Make it happen. We can get that music.
Alright, so we were constructing additional pylons for with the rebel fleet, because Lord Vader and the Serenite forces were gonna crucify us real bad if we didn't do it.
They're fake Serenites.
They're Serenites now. That's how things change. Revisionist history.
You're gonna set me off on the race and lore thing, Kane.
Hey, history is written by the victor.
You see a couple of goblins. The goblins look exceedingly cute.
And right now, Achilles is writing themselves into a book that hails the praises of nailing dudes to giant plus signs. and I'm real upset about it. I am, because we were heading over to the Virgin Forest. The Virgin Forest.
How about that trade?
The Verdant, some sort of forest. There are rocks and bees and crap. And we're gonna go over there.
Know the forest.
I know.
It's a virgin forest.
You know nature and trees and rivers and stuff.
Man, this is
yet to feel his power.
I'm telling you right now, this is about the last nature themed character I'm ever gonna play. This is the second time now, and both of them have been straight up crapshoots. So much for 3 years of horticulture classes. It's all garbage. And I don't even know how I feel about it anymore. Everything's crap. Everything's covered in snow. We're going somewhere that might not be covered in snow. It's probably going to be covered in snow though. But with the help of our trusty cheese wire pylon, maybe we'll get there in one piece.
Fair enough. Take that airport, my friend. Colin, how's Xander feeling now that he knows he's not a person?
He's a person.
Not a humanoid. Well and truly an aberration in preparation for that aberrant bloodline. Yeah. Why the heck isn't the music playing? I'm gonna hit this button to see what happens. Does that make a noise?
Check your
No,
volume.
I hear no noises.
That makes a noise. We're just gonna loop this one. That's totally fine. Here we go. Make it happen. Go, Colin. Go, Colin. Go.
Well, how long did Underling say we had again? Can't be too much longer until the supposed end of the world, and it well and truly looks like that's what it's gonna be. I just, this quest to the dwarves may end up being futile, but we still gotta keep trying, keep fighting. Not much else to do, and I do suppose that it doesn't really matter so much what I am, where I came from, but if Emmy saw fit to dream me up as her father, then I suppose that's what I should be.
Good, good. That's very responsible of you, and I'll give you a hero point in return for your responsibility. Oh, Adam, we're just taking all the IOPC boys first today.
This whole shenanigan with all of these things, and they don't even know what they're doing here. Fighting over who's responsible for things that aren't even theirs, and it's just... He would be spending most of his time before the teleport, kind of sticking close to Xandu, and looking about. He'd grip his bow and kind of examine it, tug on the string, and no, it's the end of the world as we know it. And he'd shrug and say, and I feel fine.
God damn it! I was gonna try and snake it from you.
Oh, good.
There you go.
You're beautiful.
That is his reflection.
Take that hero point, and I need a 1 or I need a 2. But it's a 4. And then it's a 4. Then it's a 1. Alright. Kane go twice. Actually don't. Joe, let's get that in character function for that hero point.
Okay. Enderling is quite pleased with himself, considering he thought that all this time in the Underdark, just fighting all the time, just doing one thing, making potions, had probably made him a bit thick-headed at this time, a bit, as the English say, just thick. But being able to make those pylons, it's kind of like, oh, well, I'm not as, I guess, I've got enough brain to go with my brawn, I guess.
Fair enough. Very good. Take that hero point. Donald, take us home.
While preparing her next day spells, she think over how much she actually changed since she joined up with the group. The person and in power, it is that she cannot go back home and brag how much stronger she have gotten, and she's no longer a apprentice in power to her other fellow wizards.
That is very true. That is definitely a thing, and you take that hero point, and now we don't have to loop the title track forever. Because I don't know why I'm not getting any other music. That's my curse today. So you guys teleport to a place where even that music isn't working. Why is it not working? That's so weird.
It's working for me. I'm getting it.
I'm gonna hope that I'm getting it too. Then here you go. I'm gonna hit that Russian winter button again.
It's really weird. It's like super soft for me though.
Strange.
And I have it all the way up.
It is cursed. It's because it knows that we're going to Pathfinder 2nd Edition and it's not happy. I'm happy.
Man.
I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be super cool. But anyway, you guys have teleported to the Darklands. right
Going
where...
to leave me behind.
Yes, we are. You don't get to play with us today. But you guys are teleported to, like, that where the Darklands feeds up into the Verdant Forest. You guys have reconnoitered with Splorpy. You guys have reconnoitered with the Abercarn Viper and its big setup of stone shape that you intend to ride just up, and you have kind of like a mobile tank against the weather, and you begin to do so. It's the passage up still takes quite a while.
By the way, can I take some potions now? Because I'm not feeling too good.
Yeah, I can't stop you. Well, I can, but I won't stop you.
How many potions do you need?
I have 3 potions of Cure Mod on me, so I'll start with those.
I have a Cure Light Wound potions on me if you need them.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
So while Xandu's chug-a-lugging here, can I get a perception check from everybody? I say as I grab my coffee. 26 to 23. 31 from Francis. Ever vigilant.
Oof.
I rolled a 9.
It was like a 12 from Xandu.
No,
Wait a minute.
that's the Healy potions.
He's
You want me
playing
to roll perception, you said?
Yes, if you would, please.
Gotcha.
Warning 10s. Are we playing Word of Darkness now?
We are.
Ooh, I could go for a
Should have
while.
been rolling 10s anyways.
We're playing old school Marvel. He saw what?
22.
22.
He
All right.
moved what?
So as you guys are making your way to the surface, you can see that Pogue, whose player is not with us today, and that kind of bums me out, but Pogue looks visibly uncomfortable. The right half of his body is beginning to sweat profusely. It looks like he's having a lot of problems maintaining consciousness as he rides on the back of Dalek, his Abercarn Viper. And then
Just the right half.
literally just the right half.
Can I
You have a fucking
figure
stroke.
out what is happening?
You can make a check, yeah.
I would like to roll medicine, or well, it's not medicine. It's a heal check.
It's a heal check
Nature?
now. Sure.
Would a
Knowledge behavioral sciences.
nature help?
yeah, you
Much
could.
better.
That'll be a 29 heal.
Okay. It would appear that Lucia has natural one. All right, you know this is the TPK session. Do you want to use it now?
This is a TPK session, Lucia. You
Lucia,
gotta use your
explode!
own thing, man. You gotta.
Well, Donald.
I am not going to tell this to everyone.
Tell what to who? What? There's nothing to tell. It's you rolled a natural one.
Blurt it
Not
out.
going to- I think he means he's not going to do anything about it.
Is that what you mean, Donald? You wanna
Yep.
let that natural one ride?
Alright, so I'm gonna go over there and be like, he's got meningococcal meningitis, and I've gotta pull out some
17.
herbs. Yeah, right. And I'm gonna fix him up with the herbs, and you're like, no, it's lupus, and you stick a syringe in his neck, and he has a heart attack.
Come to their house and take a bunch of Vicodin.
So you guys, the two of you that are rolling to heal, you go to look over Poke, and it, like, as you touch him, the right half of his body is, like, as hot to touch as had you stuck your hand in a campfire. You quickly withdraw your hands, and, like, he continues to just sweat profusely through his armor, through his clothes, and before your eyes, his skin on the right half of his body begins to just melt off. His eye kind of, like... That was a
Look, we
gross
shove him
sound.
outside.
It kind of just like falls out of him as rapidly before the party's eyes, the right half of him is reduced to nothing
Wow.
but skeleton. He dies on the spot, and as he does so, both the control diadem, I thought about the TPK just being, you guys have to fight an Abercarn Viper, but I think you can handle it. We'll see. Both the control diadem and the Abercarn Viper on which you ride just kind of fade away into nothingness, leaving Pogue's body half consumed, essentially, lying before you. I think a really good way to flavor this natural one is Lucia feels a very overwhelming urge to reanimate him. Here at the end of days, let's revive the party with necromancy.
Good, sweet Jesus.
Get hit.
I would ask Paul first if he wants to be resurrected.
So, in case I wasn't clear, You feel by virtue of the natural one, this is happening. You are doing this.
Okay,
Also, he's very dead. He's dead.
Okay, I'm going to do a will. I'm going to do a will save because this is probably outside of her personality.
No, the natural one says you do it. I have spoken.
Well,
Okay,
I'm start treating you like I have to treat other people that are paying for games to drop.
I don't have the onyx gems or the coin to resurrect him, so I can't.
You can use blood money.
Okay, fine.
There you go. Good job.
Okay,
as you
so
would attempt this, Kazakha's scimitar would come out to your neck.
Okay.
I'm going to stop right there. I value my life.
No, don't. To be clear, you let the natural one ride. You're gonna do this. There's no outside force that will stop it. So now you need to do something about Kaza.
Curious about what
hard move.
If he is going to attack me, I'm going to stop. I value my life too much.
I have spoken, Donald, for like the 5th time.
I use my hero point to cancel that natural one.
You said you didn't want to.
Yeah, I didn't know how bad it was going to
Well,
get.
that sucks.
So.
That's metagaming. It's happening, dude.
Okay, I'm going to convince him. So, diplomacy.
What's the Arcana check for?
Zandu's curious as to why Pogue just randomly melted.
Okay, it's... And while this is happening, Kaza, make a will save. Pogue... It's...
Oh, good lord! Oh, God!
Alright, Adam. How are we gonna feel this natural one? Do I have to throw out the encounter? Do you two just fight to the death?
Kaza was just like, yes, let's reanimate him! Oh, and starts like dancing around.
No, Kazakha would. I don't want Kazakha to fall this close to the end, so I will re-roll that.
Yeah, normally as a player, I don't really like GM saying what my character can or can't do.
I'm sorry, man. You rolled a natural one. It's a compulsion.
Okay, 21.
The 21 does not beat the 28, I think. Correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
I'm like, this is not a natural one. You are not compulsed to like, oh, I can't do that. But like, it's not necessarily in Kazaha's first train of thoughts to like just murder Lucia for what she's doing. And on that note, the dual 28s, I believe. Yeah. As for the Knowledge Arcana, it's... Pogue appears to be kind of still, like, the right half of him. The part that still has flesh and blood continues to beat. Blood kind of occasionally squirts across, like, his rib cage and, like, where his stomach used to be, things of that nature.
What the fuck?
So it's really hard to say, but you get the feeling Pogue was a little more than, and no, it's not a political allegory, it's a little more than what you had expected of the little halfling courtesan. Like, there's more than just a halfling.
Meltdown, like go full Chernobyl.
I mean, like not a full humanoid. And as you guys see this, he is resurrected as a zombie.
Can I figure out what he is exactly?
Yeah,
Well,
checks
zombie
me
now.
So what would be appropriate? He's a halfling and something else. So
You can make whatever check you
knowledge
want.
arcana.
The 2 28s have been thrown at the table.
This is a knowledge religion. It's actually one more than that.
Okay.
Lucy, what the hell did you do?
I do not want my halfling friend to die.
So you turned him into a fucking monster? That's a third natural one.
Oh my god, we're getting him out of the way
boy.
fast.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to let that
If
slide.
it seems if the gods are having power over us, which I don't like them having power over me.
The RNG is the most powerfulest. Okay, so the knowledge religions... The knowledge arcana from Lucia doesn't say... It actually says a little less than what the 28s from Xandu and Enterling would. It's kind of like... You're a little too... There's, like... You have a zombie. This is a zombie. And you're kind of, like, exulting and doing something you would not normally do. Meanwhile, the 22s... It's a little more in Kazaha's wheelhouse than it is Enterling's, because Enterling is from a...
Oh, he's a paladin.
But from a fringe religion.
Oh, I
So
gotcha.
it's like the fact that like half of Hoag's body has been burned away, it kind of harkens back to, you met a woman named Theodora a long time ago after the Battle of Fort Legos. She'd been captured, she disappeared. Xandu would also probably remember Nira coming back to life,
I do
but
remember.
half of her had been burned, not unlike the Archdevil Belial.
Huh.
There's a lot of extrapolation that can be taken from that as to what exactly that means.
Wait. Hazaha is like in character. Wait. The Archdevil Belial. Fire. The lies. All of it's coming together.
Also,
he takes his sword away from her neck, and he's having this epiphany
Of what? What is it?
of how they can the lies. It's not Serenay, it's Belial.
interesting, Belial. Quite the interesting archfiend he is.
As you guys have like reached like
You're way too fucking calm right now.
Well, this is the end of the world.
this is nothing. But anyway, as you guys like
Xandu
now
is
that you
sort of
don't react,
ignoring
you
what's
are
going
ignoring
on.
the
He's just
GM is
marching
talking, I will
forward.
kill you. Everyone dies. TPK. Well, that's not a threat today, is it?
All right, later.
As you guys have made it to like,
Bring it, GM, bring it.
like the top
I'm
of the
gonna lie down in
cavern.
a cold bath.
That's pretty much what's happening. You get to the top of this cavern and your ride is gone, and all around you guys are several what you assume have to be druids, based on their dress, their lack of like branches and things coming out of their hairs. A vast majority of them are gnomes. They lay with their palms up on their they don't lay so much as they're like down on their knees in pools of water that must be frigid, but they're not frozen over. All of them have clearly died from exposure, just kind of like almost in meditation, laying in these pools of
Okay.
water.
I know what those are. Does everyone else?
Let's see. I have knowledge nature. Bam!
Oh,
I know what it is.
Those are priests of Tolk.
Pogue comes back to life. Someone go to Phoenix. Get Van. He can play today. The first thought is, oh, that's a priest of Tolk, but you guys put together that it appears that the druids of the Verduran Forest, and there are many of them, have basically given over to Fimbulwinter. They accept this as the next phase of the natural world, and they've more or less committed ritual suicide in preparation for their body, or their soul rather, leaving their body and being reincarnated as something that can survive in the environment. As this is going on,
There goes those allies.
Enterling has a natural 20 on his knowledge nature. So you guys see, next to the body of a gnome woman, who's, again, it's all the same pretty much, just ritual suicide frozen over, there are 5 little red birds, about the size of like a cardinal or like a robin, just a standard bird, that are all kind of just like fluttering around the body, kind of like woodland critter style. They take notice of you, and they fly over. They don't seem to be affected by the cold, but they do seem to be hungry, as they kind of they begin pecking around at exposed bits of your flesh and looking up at you and making little cute bird noises. But Enterling is totally sure. Enterling is the whole party. Enterling is entirely 100% sure that these aren't what they seem to be.
Oh.
You believe these are polymorphed creatures. This is not a bird. It's something that is looking like a bird because it's taken the form of a bird.
Kazaha would take out some bread.
Okay.
Feed the bird.
Sure.
I would grab Kazaha's hand and say, "Put away your bread. Get out your sword."
Okay.
What's
It
going on?
probably seemed really crazy. Or no, I wouldn't say anything. I'd just put my hand on the bread and move your hand to your sword.
Kazaha would take his sword.
Okay, so as this happens, these guys realize they've been had, and there can't be a surprise round.
Now we're gonna make a bluff, dude.
They can't. This was the part where I was supposed to roll bluff checks, but I can't.
Tweet!
Okay, I see. You're making bluff check. Okay, that's opposed by 5 will saves. I'm gonna throw 5 d20s down. Here we go. Okay, I think. There's a natural 19.
Well, one of them makes it on the die.
That 2 of them make it on the die, yeah. So they're aware. A couple of the birds just continue tweeting, and one of them that's a little a little bigger, a little broader, kind of like it's tweets. As if it's
It's tweet. Become erratic.
It's out some dank memes.
I was gonna make a Twitter joke, but you did it better.
Democracy dies in dankness.
They begin.
Sprouts a pair of like big muscly arms instead of wings and just stares you dead in the eye and says, "Caca."
Oh, mother. Bleep.
And also, they all turn into an Arcadian war party roll initiative. I was really looking forward to ambushing you guys in the woods with these guys, but it didn't get to happen.
Natural 20.
Well,
I really wanted to transform before we did this, but I didn't think you'd let me.
No. Sucks.
No.
What's my initiative?
Holy crap! That's the last session. I rolled good for initiative. This doesn't bode well for me.
Uh-oh.
When it actually matters.
You're gonna. It's a purposeful TPK session, and here you are rolling better than you ever roll.
Yeah, the curse of Cain has been lifted.
No, it's
This
still
is
the
the
curse.
curse of Cain. You're all gonna die. 20, 20, 20, 20. You still die. Fuck.
Kazaha. I'll not put just a Q in here at the end of days.
Kazaha had a natural 20.
So you get a surprise round. This fight's gonna be theater of the mind.
And a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, the car shows up that one last
The
time.
car shows up. Kazaha will die happy.
The car shows up, a door opens in the side of the wall, and a man in green steps out, and I'm going to borrow him real quick from you. And he takes the car, and he puts the car somewhere safe, where it can exist forever, at this magical... at the tavern of interplanetary stopping points. That's not
I was
copyright.
gonna say in the lesser-known parking garage of Interplanetary Crossroads.
That's canon now.
Good, good, got your back.
There's a strange wagon cart vehicle at the Interplanar Crossroads in the Mew.
Nice.
Where's
I gotta make
Xander?
sure
Did
I
Xander
do
roll
that.
initiative? He did. Alright, so
Yep.
Kazaha's got that surprise round. Actually, yeah, Kazaha has a surprise round. That works.
The fact that the inn exists just makes the whole setting just like a full percentage more zany.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. So you guys see, as the little songbirds transform, two of them, Lucia and Xandu and Francis would recognize as not unlike the slaves that the Heck Knight had carried along with him, carrying a couple of obsidian daggers in each hand. One of them, as it breaks forth into a humanoid form, was chirping louder than everyone else, but now is chanting in No One Speaks Malwick, I'm sure. And all of the people around him, the Arcadians around him, seem bolstered by this. Matter of fact, the chanting kind of as his mouth forms from beak, changes from... Mechanically, he is a hunt caller skald, and he used his ability to give everyone wild shape. And now he's going to inspire courage. There's a woman amongst them who's head and shoulders taller than everyone else and considerably broader as well, carrying just it looks like she went outside and grabbed an oak tree branch and just pulled down to get something to bash somebody in the head with. And there's a much older Arcadian in the back. Kazaha is first.
Kazaha will target... how close are they to us?
They are within 5 feet of you. It's at 5 feet of the party-ish, it's going to be awkward theater of the mind, is the two with the knives, and then 10 feet back is the one with the club, and then 20 feet back, the one chanting, and the one that looks considerably older.
Okay.
This is right.
Kazaha will...
That's not it. Where's my combat music? It's been too long since I played this game.
Kazaha will take a 5-foot step back,
Sure.
and then move one more square. With his bow, he will attack the chanter.
Okay, understood.
So, Mistress Kazu's bow fires.
Alrighty, and as you
30 to hit.
30 to hit, that does hit.
And 12 damage, looks like.
Understood. He takes the shot full in the chest. He looks at you and his eyes open a little too wide as he just kind of takes you in, sort of like a target acquired kind of thing.
Okie dokie.
then, what was your actual initiative? Now the surprise just puts you in it faster than everyone. 22. Okay. Got it. So you go. Wow, that's just a 2. We need 22. 2 2s, please. There we go. All right, Francis, what you got?
I can't. Yeah, Kazuha, very funny. Into frigid death he strode. He spoke the words, "Okie dokie."
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Here we go.
Here we go. He's from Minnesota, don't you know?
Don't you know?
Oh, now we're gonna have to. Now, you know, I've never played that. I might have to do that for the 2nd edition game. You know, just play like okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, yo. Time to kill some.
I'm a cleric of the Minnesota Twins, don't you know?
Don't you know? I'm gonna. Am I like in striking distance? Am I within 5 feet?
You can 5 foot step and do so, yeah.
Okay, no, I just want to know whether or not I'm gonna take an AO wild shaping.
They haven't gone yet.
They are
That's
flat-footed.
true. That is true. I'll wild shape into a Viper Vine.
Okay, so I kind of baited you on that one. One of them isn't flat-footed.
You!
I'm sorry.
Lord Tommy, you lying piece of shit.
That's me, yeah. You have called it. As you begin to wild shape, the woman takes her club back and just brings it down. About where your
this
face
is Tommy's Punisher build.
It is.
He's got
You're
a
not wrong.
Punisher.
You're are you playing your? Yeah, that hits me. Are you playing your min-maxing for fun and profit party?
It's modified now that I realize how good witches and shamans are, but yes. Alright, what's my damage? Where is my
Okie
damage?
dokie.
That's not my damage, is it? It's been a while. I made this in, like, March, because I thought I was going to fight you guys a long time ago.
I had a feeling you were going to use one of your min-max party.
Hey, you guys are pretty optimized, too, alright? Alright.
I disagree.
Fair enough.
I severely disagree.
I gotta make sure I have the right... Okay, so she is vital striking. But that's not the right amount of dice.
She kills Francis in a single.
And once again, I go down in the first fucking round of combat.
57 damage.
Okay, that hurt real bad.
But you're not down in the first round of combat.
I am not. Let me open a calculator real quick.
That's
And
only because she rolled 2 1s and 2 2s.
And 1 7 and 2 6s.
And a 4.
Why did I have her rolling 90? I should have put my math down.
Okay. Alright, and then Oleg will cast haste on his caster level is...
Equal to yours, right? Cast those.
No, it's slightly lower than mine. I think it's 8.
Okay.
So he hits him and 3 other people? 2 other people. 3 other people.
No, I misplayed. Oh well. I forgot to roll a thing, but I'm erring in your favor.
Good.
My barbarian should have rolled with advantage. They have been fortunate for a long time, and the bird continues to cackle.
One creature per level. So all of you are hasted now.
Hooray, everyone!
For 8 rounds, but not the bad guy. The Arcadians can suck it.
Okay. That's fine. Is that all?
That's fair.
The beauty of it is if we finish early, we can talk about what we're bringing to the 2nd edition game.
We can. We definitely can, and we might finish
You
early.
can also come to exposure.
If that's all, we're going to pass to the Arcadians. At the top of the Arcadians' turn...
Okay, so real quick, I do successfully wild shape though.
Yes, you do. I don't think I have
okay.
concentration.
Okay, yeah, I will 5 foot back and then wild shape.
Sure, okay. Alrighty. In that case, it does pass to the Arcadians. At the top of the Arcadians' turn, if Kazuha would make a will save.
Not very good.
Not good, it does fail. It's just enough to where, like, the I won't speak in metagame terms. The old man looks at you, and he reaches out with both his hands, and you can feel, like, mentally something prying at you. The howling of wolves, the beating of the scalds, like... The cadence of his chant in your mind begins to become, like, maddeningly loud. As something is cast on you and you fail the will save. Meanwhile, the Knife Masters are going to both 5 foot step forward and then full attack. They 5 foot step in such a way as to flank Kazuha.
Kazaha moved 2 squares. He
Oh, yes, that's correct. That's correct. You did. Okay, in that case, they will just charge. They can pounce. They won't pounce against you. They won't use their Panthers or their Tiger's hide yet because they don't need to. So they're just going to make one attack.
Alright, and I will tag one of them.
Sure.
Because the Viper Vine has the tentacles of 20 feet of reach.
Seems good.
I don't have these individually, so just take the first tentacle.
Understood.
Whoa.
A 24 does connect, I think. Doesn't it?
No, I don't think it does.
No, it does not connect.
The first tentacle is an 18.
Oh, I see. Fair enough. Okay, yeah, that does miss pretty wide. So I'm gonna roll this twice because they've been fortuned. They're gonna roll twice. So I have a 27 to hit Kazaha. Well, 29, you're flanked. Actually, a 31, I have outflank. Does a 31 hit you?
Your AC is 1 higher from haste.
I have a 30 AC versus melee and a 34 against ranged.
And then is that with the +1 from haste?
Yes.
Okay, then in that case I do hit. And the second one has either a 23 or just outside of his threat range, so those both connect for... Oh, where is anything that I do? Okay, there we go. So they get to add some stuff on their sneak attack. 16 D, because they're flanking you. And then I think I type R1, R2 for reroll 1s and 2s. That seems weird. I'm just gonna... They won't use that because I forget... Oh, no, that's right. 16d8, R1, R2. But I don't know, I guess we roll them. So 68 in sneak attack damage plus... Plus 23 from the actual damage from their weapons.
So 91.
Kazaha is almost dead.
The big woman will... Oh, what is she gonna do? I'm on the wrong... I don't have a Hell Knight this time. I just have a big angry Arcadian Barbarian who's gonna... She's a Vital Striker. She's just gonna full attack. She's gonna keep attacking Francis. That worked out pretty well for her last time. She rolls this twice. She has advantage. There's a 30 hit.
It does. Why does she have advantage?
Because I didn't flavor it correctly, but these guys have all been fortuned by the shaman who's been chanting. It was supposed to be that you weren't going to figure out what those were, and you were going to be mysteriously misfortuned as you traveled through a 1 hex equals 1 hour kind of board. But it happens. 8d8 plus this many for 66 damage.
Still not down.
Alrighty. Then I have the Scald, who is... Let's have Kazaha make a will save with disadvantage, as he has been misfortuned. A 25 is tied to Defender. The Scald reaches out. You feel like as the dagger of this Arcadian scrapes across your ribcage and you begin to bleed, you feel your joints begin to lock up, but you shake it off. And is that my whole squad? That's my whole squad. At the top of Kazaha's turn, you guys all feel the ground start to shake. You can do that as you will. Kazaha, what's up?
Kazaha will move... Let me see. They're beside me. So I can move within both of their squares for 5 feet. But either way, I'm going to have to withdraw. If I stay within their threat range, I can still move. Well, I'm gonna have to take an AOO either way. So I want to distance myself from the barbarian woman.
Okay.
From the woman with the big club.
Fair enough.
So Kazaha will step back 10 feet.
Okay. Sounds like this provokes a bunch.
It would provoke once.
Okay.
Yes.
So
based upon a 5 foot and then another 5 feet out.
Based upon the withdrawal action. Right?
Alright, so Kazaha is going to, as a part of his move action, switch to his scimitar.
Okay.
He's going to choose to withdraw and fight defensively.
Okay. So then I will... Is there anything else?
I think that's it.
So this is the first Arcadian. who rolls within his threat range. Would you like to parry?
I may as well try.
Okay. That roll is made with disadvantage.
So that's a 28 and a. I guess we can just use the try to confirm thing. But no, I don't think I parry.
Okay, fair enough. Then I'm gonna throw a d20 down real quick to confirm. Does a 32 confirm?
Let me make sure on my.
Not if he's fighting defensively, no.
Yeah, if I'm fighting defensively, I have a 33. No, a 37.
Okay.
I have a 37, and then a 41 versus ranged.
Okay, understood.
With a 20% miss chance.
With a 20% miss chance, that's relevant.
On range.
So we need an 80 or higher will miss you. And I rolled a 4. So I gotta retype the macro. 1d4 plus 9 equals 12 points of damage from the first guy. The second rogue will also attempt an attack of opportunity and rolls within his threat range on a 38 to hit. Would you like to parry?
I better, because I have like 5 hit points left.
Fair enough.
No, a 7 and a 1.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, wait, that's the damage. A 28 and a 20.
Okay, fair enough. But a 25 doesn't confirm against you. And 80 or higher? Okay, but it does connect. For 11 points of damage.
Kazuha is down at negative. Hold on. He's down at negative 6 con.
Okay, fair enough. Can everyone make a quick perception check for me?
Cool.
27.
Okay.
18.
30 from Lucia. You too, Kazuha. If you didn't jam in there. Okay, you didn't.
I did not. I am unconscious.
So, as you guys see Kazuha like begin to fall backwards, and as this happens, I had anticipated this fight would happen in the sky, so I have to reflavor it. Behind you guys, at what you assume is the mouth of the cave that would dump out into the Verduran forest, you see... Everyone sees a lot of different things. Enterling looks in, like, definitively, like, that is a Valkyrie. 100%, that is definitely what that is. But Kazuha and, I guess also Lucia, huh? Yeah, Kazuha and Lucia would both see a Solar Angel. Xandu would see a... Oh, I'm brain farting a really powerful Azada. But we'll say a Lilland. Lillands are the first Azada that comes at the top of my head, and Francis would see just... It just kind of looks like... I can't say... Like a great brown stag with holly and mistletoe hanging from its antlers move into the room. And as Kazuha goes down, I'm not going to roll it, because, well, she could miss. I'll roll it. I'll err in your favor.
Just gonna attack him as he comes down. Just...
So as it's going down, basically that's what happens. The Arcadian woman just kind of like baseball bat this giant tree branch, and I should have said she's large. She's a very big woman. Just like into Kazuha's rib cage, she picks up off the ground a little, slams into the side of the wall, and Kazuha sees this Solar Angel walk in, and its wings spread like the rising of the sun, and before everyone's very eyes, Kazuha's soul is pulled from his mortal body, which kind of just collapses as he and another, kind of looks like a will-o-wisp, kind of, begin floating together in harmony, doing little, backwards spirals and loop-de-loops together, almost kind of like they're, really happy to see each other and playing in the direction of this outsider. I feel bad for killing Kazuha. I feel worse that Kazuha will not be returning in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and I feel kind of crummy that this is how Lord of the Calvar isn't ending. To be very clear, we're just going to pick it up in 2nd Edition because I feel like it needs new life. But it has been a pleasure, and I definitely remember when I was working at Mazio's, I was in the bathroom, and Adam sent me, here's my character that I'm playing, and I saw something I made on a min-maxing video, and that was the first time I was sure someone was watching me. and I laughed out loud that day. So GMing for Kazaha has been an honor. I'm definitely looking forward to a thing I won't spoil for what you're playing, because it's going to be amazing. Enterling, what are we doing?
Oh, sorry, I was fading in and out on my connection. Let me, first of all, as a swift action, imbibe my Rage Mutagen, activate Bull Strength, plus that haste, actually, should be pretty decent.
Smack the cheekbones at his face!
I'll do what I can.
Not you.
Okay, fine.
So, the Arcadian lady's, like, been slammed on the ground?
No. She's like, she has a gigantic, mechanically a big great club that she's vital striking at everyone within a pretty big threat range. Mechanically, she's large. She definitely, like, she almost has to squat down a little to not hit the roof of the cave.
Oh, I thought she had been thrown against the wall. I guess
No, that was Kazaha. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, how close is she to me?
You could 5-foot step to her.
Good 5-foot step? Okay, I'll do that. And actually, I think this is the same exact, with that haste on me already, I think that's the same exact thing I'd roll for a full buff attack. Check. Yeah, actually.
Sweet.
So let me just do the full buff attack. I'm gonna just attempt to...
That's a lot of rolls at once.
do I have to roll twice for it?
Oh, no, you're fine. You're totally fine. You have been disadvantaged.
Oh, I wasn't.
So 41 definitely connects. There's a lot. The 25 misses. Yeah, the 25 misses. The 42 definitely hits. Okay, so we've got 31 misses. So, okay, so we've got a lot of damage goes down. 31 damage and 21. So 31 and 21. So she takes 52 damage. Enterling begins chewing into this woman's, like, stomach is about where he reaches. Well, no, Enterling's large too, right?
No, I have not enlarged myself
fair
yet.
enough then. Right about
So
tummy level.
Yeah.
She withdraws, says something in Malek that no one understands.
I say something back to her in Skull that no one understands.
Absolutely.
I think Sandu might have sculled now because he got a whole bunch of languages.
Not important.
It might be important. Hey, it's flavor text. You guys tell me that I need to get better at roleplaying.
Okay, fair enough.
I am telling her in Skull to die with honor, she beast.
Fair enough. If that's all from Enterling,
Yes,
to Zandu.
I do have it.
Oh yeah, I've already done a swift action. Yeah, go ahead.
Fair enough. Zandu, what's up?
Alright, how far away is everyone from Zandu right now?
I'm gonna err on the side of awesome for the casters and say that both you and Lucia are 30 feet away from the encounter, so you're outside of the big thing's threat range.
Okay, so Zandu is going to 5 foot back, then sort of drop Emmy like behind him, so he's standing in front of her.
Okay.
Like between her and all the guys are fighting, and he is how many of them did you say there were? 4?
A total
5?
of 5.
A total of 5. Okay, so this will hit everyone except for one of them. I think he's going to leave one of the Knife Masters out.
Sure.
But he is going to cast Id Insinuation 4.
Alrighty. I don't know what that means. I think we've cast this one before.
Yeah, but at a lower level.
So it's just a big confusion, is that correct?
It's a big confusion, but I get to pick stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
And they have to roll twice.
I'll start with the first Knife Master.
Because I'm leaving one of the Knife Masters out of it, trying to hit the caster and the big lady.
Sure. Alright, so he's rolling with advantage. He has a 31.
Okay, so he passes.
And then we go to the Barbarian. Bob speaking in meta. I gotta stop doing that. That's real bad. That's not how you have a good time.
Stop it!
Stop speaking in meta. So she has a 26.
I think that should pass. Let me double check.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm gonna grab my scale.
He looks like 23.
He's good.
Yeah, it says 23 there, but it's a higher level spell, so I thought it should be higher, but maybe I'm wrong.
Well, if 26 passes, does the 24 pass? That's what I have for my Scald.
Yeah, those
And the 26
those
passes.
all pass.
They all.
Oh wait, but it's
On a failure, things happen.
I almost forgot there. The DC you said was too higher for all my spells.
Yeah, so it's 25.
So yeah, it is 25.
Okay, in that case...
You're right. That's why I thought something was wrong.
Fair enough. Then in that case, it looks like the Knife Master passes, the Barbarian passes, it's just the Scald. Only the Scald fails. Everybody else seems to... Like, some of them come pretty close, some of them look a little woozy, but they're able to shake it off. Except for the Scald, who falls prey to it.
Huh, that's surprising.
It is surprising.
And... who is he closest to?
Enderling.
He's closest to Enderling right now, the Scald?
Yeah.
If that is the case, I will probably have him do nothing but babble incoherently on the next turn.
Alright, understood. That would interrupt his performance. Are y'all done?
Yep.
Alrighty, Lucia, what you got for me?
So in front of me, if I use a cone of cold, can I angle it so I do not hurt my team, hurt my party members?
You could angle it upward, but you just hit the Barbarian. Just the big woman.
Oh, just the Barbarian only?
Yeah.
Okay. So the dragon and I are both going to be casting Cone of Cold. So correct me if I'm wrong, but with this being nipple, however you pronounce that, cold.
The damage is maximized.
Okay, so I use two cold Cone of Cold on the Barbarian. So I need 2 reflex saves.
Yep. Get into it. I have that. Okay.
That's a big spell.
That's the best
Yeah.
ever. You might, I think you guys could do well. You could survive the TPK. So she either has... The first one's a 17. I think that fails.
That's a fail, and that's a
And then
fail.
does a 20 fail?
Hey,
Are you rolling twice still?
Yeah, because they're fortune. Is that not how that works? Like, they get it all the time?
Yeah, but didn't I thought the Scald was the one doing it, sorry.
Yeah, it was the shaman.
okay, so...
Oh, they're not the same?
Right.
Tommy, so...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With an old man and a skull. The old
Tommy,
man, suitably jumped.
Tommy, so to get a total damage, do I just add a times in the Roll20 to calculate damage?
Is it a d6 per level?
Yeah, so it would be
So
total...
she takes 120 cold damage.
19 d6, so...
Why 19?
Dragon and Lucia both casting.
But you guys are level 10, right?
Dragon is, but Lucia not due to the prestige class.
Oh, yes, that's correct. Okay, so then we just do 19 times 6. And that's how much damage they take.
So is the Barbarian down yet?
I'll tell you in a second. Hang on.
114.
Barbarian's not down, but Barbarian actually looks up in Lucy's direction as this happens. Well, looks down in Lucy's direction, rather, I should say, as the wave of cold blasts across her.
Nice.
Lucia, again, Lucia definitely recognizes a Arcadian war party. These guys all have around their necks. They've been branded with Sarenrae's holy symbol.
Okay.
The fact that they're this militarized in the Verduran Forest, which is super weird, but it's also super telling that this is probably where an Arcadian slave camp in the Inner Sea has been transplanted.
Okay. And for my hero point, I'm going to be using another Conquer Code using my last fifth level spell, so another 96 damage maximized.
Well, hang on, I gotta make the save, don't I? Yeah, I failed the save.
Yeah.
Well, hang on, I gotta try first.
Tommy, this what you get for bringing a min-max party against a min-max party.
Okay, so Donald, I need you to. Oh no, I don't. No, I do not. She's not happy. You don't get to flavor that kill yet. She's.
Ugh.
She's definitely.
She's gotta be real close though.
Parts of her are very frostbitten.
Yeah, that should almost kill her, but she's still standing.
She got that big old D12. As Lucia would say, she's blocking with her chest right now. And that's basically what she gets. That's where you gotta
So
hit to aim up.
you turn it over, so Barbarian is close to being dead.
Alright, Francis, what's up?
Okie dokie, so what's gonna happen is... So what, I'm like 10 feet away
Yeah.
from most of these things, and I'm large, so the bite will have 10 feet of reach. So what am I close enough to hit in 10 feet?
In 10 feet, you could hit, doing quick math. In 10 feet, you could hit the Barbarian. Farther out, you could hit the Knife Masters. The casters are like 35 feet back from you.
Okay, so if I 5 foot, what's in 10 feet?
5 foot backwards.
No, forwards, towards.
Forwards, that would put all the melee guys within 10 feet of you.
Nah, you know what? With how bad my rolls are, I'm gonna full attack the giant.
You got this. Alright.
Oh, that's a nat 1 on the first roll.
Yeah.
But the following tentacles are a 32, a 34, a 19, and a 20.
The 32 and the 34 hit, the 19 and 20 miss for 28 damage. Not dead yet. Do you want to do something about that natural 1?
Yeah, okay. What about the 32 to grab as well?
32 to grab, 32 to grab. 32 would mean I have to do math real quick. It does not break her CMD.
Does not? Okay, I figured. I feel like I should, but I also really don't want to. Because what I want to do is actually the same thing as Lucia. I want to spend the hero point to dump an explosion of rot in the middle of them.
Fair enough. Okay. So then, if the natural 1 rides, I'm going to say it provokes from her.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Will my spell go off, yes or no?
The spell can go off, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, like, a bunch of the flowers on this Viper Vine begin to, like, rot away and wilt into nothing as, like, this huge bulging mass travels up the body of the Viper Vine towards its mouth, and it just, like, upchucks this... this explosive ball of rotting, decaying, fecund... yes, a bulging ball, Joseph.
Yeah! Well, she natural 20 is the...
Yeah, I'm dead now, almost certainly. It's multiplied. But that is... I'm level 10, so that's 10d6 points of damage and staggered, so I need reflex saves from everyone in a 10-foot radius burst, because I want to drop it in the middle of them.
Alrighty, let me get that damage at you real quick. Oh, asterisk is 2 times. Plus the Vital Strike dice. That should come out right. So it's 107 damage from the critical eyes.
Oh yeah, I'm super dead.
Your tentacle kind of like wraps around. Well done, Reverend. You lean a little too far forward, and she's able to just like, kind of like the elves in the beginning of Fellowship, just kind of like whip it around and underswing up into what would be Francis's like chin, and just in. But reflex saves though.
Okay. Ugh, less than spectacular, but not terrible.
It could happen. Alright, so it's a 23 or it's a 23 for the Barbarian.
That is Explosion of Rot is a 4th level spell. I have a 24 wisdom. That is 7, 21. Explosion of Rot is not a transmutation spell. It is not. I think the DC is 21.
Okay, so is it a DC for half?
Yeah, half damage and you're not staggered, but I need that reflex from everyone it hits.
Gotcha. So let me real quick do some math here. 248 is how much hit points she has now, and we're going to take 15 more.
She has 248 left.
248 is how much she's taken. I may have worded that badly. Okay, it does not quite. She's looking real bad. She's looking unhappy.
She has an Enderling strapped to her stomach, so yeah.
She has an Enderling. Yeah, Enderling does a lot of damage. That's why I wasn't super afraid of doing these. Alright, so next come the rogues, who, that's their best save. They're rolling with advantage. So I have a 27 from the first one, a 25 from the second.
So they also take 15 points of damage.
They both have evasion, so they just kind of dodge out of the way as the mass of vines that is Francis kind of just like discorporates. Imagine, if you will, like a banana being peeled spontaneously. The plant matter just kind of like down into a flat mess of nothing. As this happens, Oleg looks up and its little pumpkin eyes get real wide for just a second. Just, where the hell am I? What's going on? And then the barbarian woman crushes Oleg as well. I have to say I'm bummed you're not playing Francis in 2nd edition. I actually, I was talking about you with Mark Seifer when I met them at Gen Con, and I said that the Order of the Leaf Druid was pretty much the druid I'm GMing for right now, right out the gate, and then we started talking about how James Jacobs hates leshies, and how could you hate leshies, and all of that kind of thing.
Well, I feel like I should play him just to spite Jacobs.
Yeah, you should. And you should also do it because I enjoyed watching it, but I understand how, nature classes aren't for everybody. And I will also say that, when I first asked IOPC to come play with me, a big part of that was because Kane has good characters, and I've had people comment on, several occasions now across Lordly Caliber and A House Divided about how Kane's characters are best characters, so it is always an honor to have you at my tables. And
I said it on the Around the Hearth last time, and I'll say it now again. Kane is the IOPC's Sam Riegel.
That's very flattering. I disagree about Francis. Randy I like a lot, but Francis I've never been happy with.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. Anywho, now that Francis is dead, you guys also, you don't necessarily see, two souls floating towards the outsider that's waiting. The Arcadians are going to... Oh, what are we going to do? We don't like...
One of them is still confused, by the way.
So the Scald does nothing. The Scald just kind of... And so everybody is rolling 2 less now. Because they don't have that Raging Song. I'm going to have... The Barbarian's going to attack Enderling. Because she doesn't have a reach weapon. She just has natural reach. 1d20 plus this, rolling it with advantage, which is great.
Well, a 38 does hit.
Alrighty.
You rolled really well.
I did. That's the power of the classes that provide advantage and disadvantage in Pathfinder are very good indeed. 59 points of damage. The woman just kind of brings her club around side Enderling's face. As that happens, can I get Enderling to make a will save?
Sure.
Okay, so 18 does fail. It's the same thing that happened to Kaza. The man with the gigantic eyes looks at you and just kind of raises his arm up and points it at you, and the sounds of the Arcadians chanting begins to bear into your mind. It's not mechanically, you are misfortuned. And as this happens, the 2 Knife Masters are going to... They look in the direction of the casters, and they're going to rush them. Doing so will move both of them past Enderling's threat range. I'm given to understand that when movement through threat range is only supposed to provoke once per movement, that came up during the IOPC one-shot. It's not like if I move through your threat range twice, I'm going to hit you 4 times. But they would definitely both provoke once.
Sure. Yeah,
and it would be with disadvantage.
My dragon have combat feedback, so...
Correct, so it will only provoke the once from the dragon. I've been misplaying that. But first, let's get Joe's.
1 second.
I'm going to read...
Oof, oof. Well, the power of misfortune.
I assume a 40 and a 45 will hit.
Okay, so you only provoke... Oh, you definitely do provoke twice, never mind. 'Cause
Yes,
you provoke
it
once
is.
from each moving guy, I understand.
These are both part of one attack, so 2 claws doing
Okay,
total
so
attack.
what happens is you've provoked once, and one of them, the 40, does hit, and he will take 29 damage. The second attack of opportunity is a natural 20. We're not confirming natural 20s right now, so that does definitely hit. Is that multiplied? That's not multiplied, I don't think. It is not. Okay, so then 40 damage to the other guy. Understood. Then Enderling has a 33 to hit, which connects.
Is it going through Lucia's square as well?
They're moving to within 5 feet of you.
So I get to make a 1 melee attack?
You do not,
with-
because you don't have reach, I don't think. Do you have reach?
No,
Zandu has his whip.
Then it would also provoke from Xander.
Yes.
for a second I thought the first staff had reach.
No, I did not. The bow staff of 2nd edition does. And reach can let you hit adjacent stuff too. Hey, Joe, if you would roll damage for me, bud.
Yeah, 1 second.
I doubt this will hit him, but I'll roll it anyways.
Sure. 27 does. It comes close, but it does miss.
Oh wow.
32 damage to one
I
of the
rolled pretty
boys.
good.
You did roll
That's
very
just the first attack of opportunity. I do have combat reflexes.
good. Okay.
Hello.
So then the second one is a 35, which does hit.
31 damage.
Okay, understood. Let me assign it over to the other guy. Whoop, I'm in the Google Doc, not a notepad. That's different for me. They definitely don't look good as they kind of like tear past Enderling, and everybody can see as this happens the like scraps of hide, excuse me, and leather that shouldn't be keeping them warm, like ripples out, and the sounds of it's kind of like the first Anchorman with the like I forget the like the panther perfume that 50% of the time it works all the time, but it's that effect as they activate their tiger's hides so they can pounce at the casters. They are scouts, they are charging, they will get their sneak attacks. The first round of sneak attacks is going to target Zandu.
Gotcha.
This is going to be a lot of dice rolls because they're advantaged. So first set
Zandu's
of
probably
babs,
gonna fall.
27 to hit.
27 to hit should hit.
Okay. Then second of that bab, 28 would then hit as well.
Oh, that's at the base attack?
No, that's
Oh.
27
Sorry.
to 28 hit, then I have plus 14. So it's actually plus this. Then I have a, within my threat range, a 35 to hit.
For Zandu?
Yeah, still targeting Xandu.
35 still hits.
Alright, there's a 25 confirm.
25 confirms.
Alrighty, they are going to commit to the full attack, whether or not that's the wisest thing they can do. Then I have a 30 to hit, which hits. Then I have my last two are at plus 11. The 27 hits.
27 hits? Yep.
There's an 18.
No.
Okay, so the last one does just kind of miss as this guy gets right up to Zandu and leaps off the ground a little, and he doesn't like mechanically trip you or anything, but he just kind of like gets his knees around you and starts just shanking your kidneys, your liver, your heart, all the like important parts of. You're not a person, you're a psychic projection, but you understand. It hurts. So I've hit you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40d8 in sneak attack. We are rerolling 1s and 2s. R1, R2. 176 sneak attack damage should be enough to drop you.
Yeah, but I got that hero point.
Okay, do you want to cheat death?
For now, yeah.
You know this is the TPK episode.
No, I know. I'm just trying to
Think they'd be
stand up a
unconscious?
little bit longer, basically.
He just wants to be last man standing.
Okay, sure.
I got nothing else I can do with it because I'm gonna die if I don't use it. So
Fair. Okay, so when you guys see this, the Arcadian, like I said, just kind of like lands on Xandu and starts just stab in all these places that he should definitely drop. Emmy cries out Xandu at the top, just Xandu at the top of her lungs, and Xandu appears behind Emmy, 10 feet back from this Arcadian who's used his full attack. Now, Lucia, it's your turn. Not your turn to go. I realized that was worded badly.
Your turn, Lucia. Go ahead.
You know what I meant.
Hey, you gotta commit now. You gotta commit.
I am committing. I'm committing to a full attack at the Necromancer. Does a 32 hit you?
32 and 28.
The 28 doesn't hit. The 28 doesn't hit. I'm rolling with advantage.
He's committing genocide.
Oh yes, the 32 hits.
Alright. And a 39 does as well?
Yep.
Alright, so that's in my threat range. Does a 33 confirm?
Yes. Anything
Alright.
over 21.
Gotcha. So 21's your AC.
Yep.
So then I add 16 for the next round of attacks. Oh, a natural 20. Okay, so I've crit you twice. I've hit you once. And here's the second. That Bab is a 21 or a 29, which does hit. So I've crit you twice, I've hit you once. Second round of attacks. This is not a 19. Don't count that roll. That roll does not exist. It's either a 23 or a 16, so I hit you. And then it's an 18 or an 18, so the last one does fail to connect.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, so I've got 5. So I've got the same amount of sneak attack that went at Xandu, who's going at Lucia for...
That's probably going to kill Lucia straight out.
195 sneak attack
Yep.
damage? Okay, so Lucia, like, as this guy hits, like, the first dagger, like, it probably takes several dagger stabs, and Lucia's seen this happen several times during her time in Cheliax, just commanding the Arcadian shock troops to die for the glory of the Empire. Now it's turned on you, as this guy just launches himself at you and stab around your neck, and Lucia never hits the ground. Lucia, like, at the point where she stops being alive, it's just boom, snow. Right on the ground. I'm gonna also say the dragon ceases to exist as well, because again, we're trying to TPK this thing. The dragon also turns into a similarly, actually much bigger pile of snow right behind him.
If you want to wood it that way, sure.
Yes, I do. Donald, it's been cool to have a Necromancer. It's been my first. We didn't get to see it as much as I would have liked, and like, I think I understand why I wouldn't want to play a Necromancer necessarily in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, though.
Necromancers.
Though it would be nice. It'd be nice to see like if that much like CR variance is relevant in combat in 2nd Edition. That would be a thing I'd like to know. But I totally understand.
Necromancers as a player, they're fun, but fun challenge to play out properly.
That's very fair. Lucia is not. Most of the people were here for liberating the Liberus and knows exactly what happens to Lucia's soul. So there's no, it isn't drawn out. It doesn't go to join with the outsider that kind of just is standing there doing nothing. Enterling, what you got?
I've got a full attack.
Spend your final round purging Lucia.
Like, I'm standing beside or in front the barbarian.
That's right.
If I were to 5-foot step, would I be able to hit like the casters?
They're about 30 feet back.
Oh. If I were to what if I were to 5-foot step another way? Would I be able to hit the rogues?
They've run past you 30 feet the other way.
They've run past me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna miss Scouts on Pathfinder 2nd Edition. That's so good.
I'm going to, as a swift action, imbibe my rage potion.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna full attack the barbarian.
Alrighty, she's got 5 hit points. She's got 5 hit points. Roll with disadvantage. Best of luck.
That feels super useless to attack her, and then. Well, I might as well bring down someone because they're just gonna swarm me. Let's see here. Hopefully that. Yeah, it's in the second one. 1 second. Oh man, I rolled the same exact damage. That's
You
great.
did? You really did.
41 or 40 probably.
The 40 does hit, and the 30 damage is more than enough for Enderling to one last
So
time
just-
flavor that kill.
Enderling just buries his he kind of like an attack dog, I guess. Just leaps up in a fit of rage. He's now imbibed his rage potion and just sunk his teeth into the barbarian's neck, bringing her low to the ground. Just blood and gore coming out of her neck as he just thrashes his head back and forth and smashes her into the ground.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
you know what? I'll dig my claws into her too. So yeah, I'm just gonna full attack her corpse in just a fit of rage.
Alright,
Probably-
fair enough. You don't necessarily have to roll them. God forbid
Yeah,
you
I'm not
natural
going
one and kill yourself, but she definitely... Xandu sees Enderling just tear this woman apart. She screams out just the once before it's just immediately cut off as she dies a very, very vicious and bloody death at the hands of our alchemist. Xandu, you've been given another lease on your strange psychic life. What you can do about it?
Yeah. I have no idea what's going on with Lucia, so I don't know if she's going to be hostile or what.
She's dead. She's a pile of snow on the ground.
Oh, I don't see her ghost or anything?
You do not.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Alright, if that's the case, these rogues are going to kill me pretty quick if I don't do something about them. So, I suppose what Xandu is going to do... Oh! Nah, that wouldn't... How are they looking health-wise? Because Enderling hit him a couple times.
A couple of them, a couple of pretty big gashes appear on both of them. Because not only did Enderling hit him, Lucia's dragon did as well. They're still going. They're not that beat up, but they definitely, they're bleeding all over the floor.
Not that beat up. Okay. If that is the case, I suppose Xandu will try to I'll do it. Just for quickness sake, insinuation again. This time hitting all 4 of the people who are still alive.
Understood.
That's a DC 25.
What's my will save again? It's 12. Alright, so the first Arcadian, natural 20s. And so his brother is fine. Here comes the Scald. There's a 29, and then the Shaman. I've given up not speaking in meta. Natural 20s as well. I'll be nice. Nothing too untoward happens to you.
Alright. That's all he's got.
Alrighty, it is the Arcadians' turn. They will 5-foot step, and they will pull. How much, how hurt is Xandu? How many hit points do you have left before I start, throwing dice at the table?
He's not quite at full, but close-ish.
Okay, fair
which
enough.
isn't much still.
Okay, so they'll charge to a flanking position around you, so they can get their sneaks. It does provoke.
Okay. Only thing I got with that is the whip, so...
The time has come along. You must whip it.
Yeah.
But whip it good.
Whip it? Yeah, don't whip it bad. And there's not the time. A 28 does not hit. They're able to dodge out the way. The first attack is within my threat range.
Hits.
And it's a 36 to confirm. The second guy.
Wait. 15. For some reason I just saw the 9.
and then there's another critical with a 36 to confirm. So we've got 16 d8s. I wish these could multiply. No, I don't. That's too much. That's too many maths. R1, R2.
Well, your sneak attack damage will multiply on a critical hit in Pathfinder 2nd edition.
What, seriously? Oh man, I need to play rogues.
Yeah, it does. It's real scary.
Oh, that sounds so cool, guys. I need another game. I need to play a rogue place right now. Anyway, 83 points of sneak attack damage. The criticals are 2d4.
Well, the 83 drops them unconscious as is.
And then that's enough for these guys to both just kind of in tandem, just low enough between one and the other to where they don't come out the other side of Xandu's neck and stab the other guy's arm. They just kind of like 1-2 through and eviscerate Xandu. His head kind of like... when his head leaves his body, it ceases to exist. And then I think Adam had a thing. He messaged me on Discord for how he wanted to do this. I'll let it ride. This seems good.
Sure.
What you got, buddy?
As Xandu's feels the insertion of the blades into his neck, his eyes glance back up as he lays on the ground towards Emmy. He looks, and he sees a figure in green kneel down beside her. And the figure looks over to him, and he hears him whisper, even though he's not close enough to really hear it very well, "It's time to wake up." And he brushes back Emmy's hair, and her eyes open. And as Xandu begins to vanish, he sees Emeralda get up and move away into a door that seems to be there, shining. And in the door are other Kitsune. And as the last vestige of existence passes from Xandu's mind, those are other Emmys. And he's gone.
Interesting.
Well, now I have to find a way for Emmy to hit her head again before the next part. Yeah. But fair enough. Okay, fair enough. I will say that, like, of all the people in Lordly Caliber who are returning for the playtest game, in terms of characters, I mean, like, Xandu and what to do with Xandu, as far as his backstory and stuff, his was, I've said it a million times, I'll say it for the viewers, it just fell out of my head. Just, this is what's happening, this is what I'm doing, this is a very psychic thing, let's make him be a psychic manifestation of a girl who's been traumatized. Hooray! And it just, right out. Everything in Francis's was kind of not far behind. It was Lucia Pogan, mostly Kazuhat, that was giving me the big hangs. But I'm really glad I get to finish what I want to do with Xandu in Pathfinder 2nd edition. And, like, I've said it, but, like, the people who hear my voice in Discord right now, you guys are, like, pretty much my entire friend group. And it's been a real pleasure to meet you guys. Guys who I thought I was just spamming the Facebook page of to get famous. And now I have a bunch of best friends. So thank you for hanging out, as always. And I definitely look forward to seeing that aberrant sorcerer in
that'll be fun.
Edition. And now I'm confused. What is even happening? I've attacked with my barbarian's dead. I've attacked with my rogues. I have my... damn it. Is my Scald still confused, Colin?
He has one more round, and he has to roll twice, and I get to select the result.
Understood.
It is concentration +1.
Okay, sure. So I have a 70 or 100 on that confusion table. I think 100 is the one you want me to have.
Who's he by?
He's standing pretty much right next to that shaman. And he's gonna
oh yeah, the 100 is definitely what I want him to have.
Okay, so what's he do?
If I'm not mistaken, 100 is attack the nearest person.
Okay, I'm gonna double check the wording because I don't know. So attack nearest creature. Okay, sure, he will. The shaman is taken entirely by surprise as the skull turns and reaches his hand out, and I have to make a will save. I'm rolling with advantage because I chanted. And I have a 27, which might fail. It might fail. I'm gonna double check. I'm looking. He might be paralyzed. He is paralyzed. Yeah, the shaman just kind of drops backwards. That look of horror goes over his face.
Final curse of Xandu.
The final curse of Xandu gets the guy who's giving everyone disadvantage paralyzed. Hey, Enterling. Look what happened. 30 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Doesn't that also get rid of advantage as well that the other guys had?
They still have it for I'm level 11, so they have it for 2 more rounds. I just can't chant to maintain it. So Enterling still has disadvantage this round, but I can't I can't keep chanting.
It goes to Enderling?
It goes to Enderling, you got it.
Alright, swift action, I'm getting a large person. I've entered full rage mode.
Full rage mode? The Valkyrie seems pleased.
And he's going to get out of here. No. Kane had his message in front of what I was going to try and type when I charge. Because I'm going to charge... Oh... Yeah, I'm going to charge the skull.
Alright, sure, yeah. Nothing to do, so.
Yeah, no, I want to charge the skull.
Okay.
You'll see my reason why.
No, you're just gonna turn him into a vegetable. He's already paralyzed.
Yeah, he's just going to watch helplessly as Enderling's foot just... Well, actually his mouth. He's going to just, like, bend down and just bite his head off, but...
Ugh.
Well, it's the skull is not paralyzed. The shaman is.
The shaman. The shaman's what I meant.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Actually correct, I think. No, it's trying to tell me, okay, I'm just gonna go.
So my armor class is don't natural 1, essentially. And you still got the disadvantage, and you didn't natural 1. Fair enough, yeah, you got him for some damages. You got 32 points of damage are assigned to the skull. Understood. It's not hard to bite into the flesh of a man who's paralyzed on the ground, but you do pull it off.
Coup de grace is a full round action.
It is.
Okay, yeah.
Alrighty. And it goes to the Acadians. The shaman is going to 5 foot step back. He's going to cast defensively.
I was gonna say, like, he's still in range.
Plus caster level plus mod, I think it was.
Yeah.
So I need to beat I have a 28 or 40. I'm sure the 40 beats it. For casting Hold Monster. We'll save a disadvantage anyway. Man, I got another $5 patron as this is happening. Thank you, John Diffley. If you're listening to this right now, you demand. This episode was brought to you in part by that dude making that dream happen. The will save does fail. Enderling bites into the shaman before the shaman, like, his eyes open real wide. The skull also is like, just kind of like, what have I done? Paralyze the monster. And the monster is paralyzed, and then I have to make
as the monster falls into the snow, paralyzed, and we yell out, "You will all die eventually. This cycle will continue."
Unfortunately, my shaman is still paralyzed. I was gonna do coup de grace you with like a quarterstaff, but okay. So how far are you? You're like 60 feet away. Okay, so I can't throat slicer you this turn. But I can. Both of the knife masters are going to charge back, and that's doing math. They can charge and get in range to hit you. I can't coup de grace. Plus this, rolling with advantage. So it's a natural 20, and then a 31 to hit.
31 hits.
Alrighty, 8d8. Oh, 16d8. First off, for the sneak attack ease. I wish I could have got to play a Knife Master in Pathfinder 1st Edition at some point, because this archetype is very scary. I really like it a whole lot. I play 06 again in Pathfinder 1. He has like a Asterian Knife Master. Regardless, 70 sneak attack damage. 70 sneak attack damage. And then, then I have 1d4 plus 9. Not 14d plus 9. That's not even a thing. What is that? That's nothing. 12 damage from the first attack. 26 damage from the other attack.
So I'm at 24 hit points left.
Alright, the shaman has used a standard action and a move action, so basically you have one more chance to break the will save.
Am I still disadvantaged?
Yeah, that would be... This was the first round where I couldn't cackle, then you have one more after this.
Oh!
So the 12 is not enough, and then it comes back to the Arcadians who just kind of...
You got that hero point?
Do you have the hero point?
Nope.
Oh yeah, because
No, I
everyone
don't.
now won in the first 5 minutes.
Yep.
Fair enough. Okay, so then the Arcadians just kind of boondock saints you without the 30 minutes of expositioning beforehand. We don't necessarily have to make it mechanical and everything, it's just like his throat is slit. As he falls back, the adamantine vial that contains Captain Chaos just conveniently, like, one rings out of his inventory before bouncing into a rock, and somehow that rock is strong enough to shatter the vial. Captain Chaos absorbs into Enderling's body, and his eyes pop open and roll back as the maniacal Captain Chaos laughter we all knew and loved as we attacked Francis a whole lot begins to echo across the cavern before a portal, or a gate rather, opens just kind of right under Enderling as he just whoop down in back to the first world and for a later part of the campaign. And I've said it a million times. No, actually, I've only said this one like twice. So here's time 3. Joe was the very first one who I ever Pathfindered with that's still around. Of the group of it went to 9, then 5, then 3, then non-existent for a while, then 4, then now a house divided. As my in-person has become, and it's... I didn't think when I met Joe that I'd be doing this professionally, let alone, like, people would be commenting on my Discord and saying that a game Joe was running is really good and really watchable and they love it, and how is Randy doing a thing, and how does Simvolka work, and someone used, like, they said the Crimson Riders. I'm like, oh, that's Joe's NPC faction. That's cool. My friends and I are getting recognized. That's amazing. I'm sad we won't see Enderling come back in 2nd edition, because I think we could figure out a Trollkin for the Ancestry, because Ancestries are very easy to homebrew, but it is what it is. Before we finish, Pathfinder 1st Edition's Lordly Caliber. Do I have a music that sounds like where we're going? I might. We'll see.
Where are we going?
We're going places.
Yeah, but like where exactly? Where specifically are we going?
I'm getting there. I need to see if I have music that sounds like
You
heaven.
just tell me and then cut it out.
Can I use the sailor dance? I really just want to put
You
this
can
in.
dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind, and it just like fades out, and that's the end of the final episode.
Yes. Can I use Lilu by Veil of Maya? How about Born of Osiris, Fall of the Science orchestral cover? All those are probably bad. Actually, you know what? I could use... We'll just use nothing. Enderling doesn't make it. Lucia doesn't make it. Kazaha, Francis, Xandu, Pogue doesn't make it either. All 3 find themselves before a great hall. Several people you know, both like Verizian rebels, even like oh god, what was his name? Yarva is here as well, and Yarva definitely like carries himself like more of a man at this point. There's a great axe slung across his back, and he's wearing scale mail armor. He kind of just bro nods at you. As Kazaha and Francis and Xandu, all 3 are escorted to the front of the hall, whereupon sits someone on a throne. I have 2 chaotic good characters and a druid. Okay, so upon that throne, Kazaha is 100% entirely sure there sits... who could sit there? Because, like, Xandu definitely sees Desna. Like, Kazaha actually sees an avatar of Sarah, right? Whereas Francis sees just kind of a giant, like, ball of the primal forces of nature that, for some reason, is occupying a chair.
Kazaha sees, like, Sunlord Thanatos or something?
No, Sarah,
I see
Sarah
Avatar
herself.
the Last Airbender.
Yeah. Whereas Xandu sees definitively Desna. The thing reaches out to you with its mind's mind. It's awkward. It's definitely a god and you're dead. Emmy's body is brought... Well, no. We'll just run with it. By the powers vested in me by Paizo Productions in the Inner Sea region. I used to say that in our in-person games. Now I can say that and not be full of it. Holy crap. Xandu feels himself, like his body kind of goes numb all over. And he disappears, and except for like his point of view remains, and flesh is
Wait, what? You cut out for a second?
Damn you. You disappear, except for, like, your point of view remains, and it's almost like, from nothing, starting with, like, the tip of your middle finger down, flesh appears and slowly, like, rewrites itself in the space where you once were. You feel a heartbeat. And it wasn't, like, uncommon for you to be like, oh, yeah, I have a beating heart. But now you're very sure as your lungs, as they are formed, begin to draw in air, that you are, in fact, a real boy. However, your ties to the psychic world, your ties to, like, to the girl that needed someone to help her, definitely, like, they remain in the back of your mind. And still, every couple seconds, there's that quick, like, I have to protect Emmy, but you're able to rationalize out that I feel that way because this is my past and I'm able to move forward.
Xandu, like, as soon as he's able to, like, as soon as his body's formed enough, he's gonna bow.
Okay. And as Xandu bows, he becomes aware of they're almost like they're made of moonlight. As you look back, these, like, angelic wings have sprouted behind you. I'm a little upset that the half celestial template didn't make it into that playtest bestiary, so we're gonna have to homebrew it. But you do gain the half celestial template for going into Pathfinder 2nd edition. Everyone's character will, as we brew them up, so that's fun. Anyway, Adam, I think you had a thing.
I was going to say that Chazakha would lean over to Xandu as he was coming back up, and he would say, I told you were somebody.
Oh, I felt that one. Shit, Adam. You got me.
All that crap we just went through was worth it for that one-liner.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, yep. You're playing in my homebrew now, Tommy. You just prepare your little heartstrings.
It's okay. I only had enough feelings for that one. I'm good now. I'm back to normal.
For what? You said for and then just silence.
Oh, really? Man, I don't know what's up with my internet. Oh, well, I said that I only had that one. Now I'm back to normal forever. No more feelings. Anywho, as Kazuha says this, he looks behind him, and a group of people sit at the... It does not look unlike Sovngarde in Skyrim. Just a couple of, like cafeteria-style tables. Real long across this hall. They look up at you, and Kazuha also has grown fiery angel wings. And so too have his friends from before, as they just kind of, like, they wave you over. They don't say anything. They just kind of raise their hands solemnly and beckon you over.
He will say, Khajul, my fluttering darling, and go over to them.
And you do so, and
he will practically dance himself over there.
Which is much easier to do.
As is his want.
Yeah. With those fiery wings. Ederling is at parts unknown. Lucy is at parts unknown. Pogue's at parts unknown. Francis... It's awkward for Francis, because there's a lot of things. Actually, Francis doesn't appear here. It's literally just Oleg. But Francis feels like he's awoken from really...
There's just a little pumpkin-headed Leshy running around like, why did everyone get so big?
But it has Francis's consciousness, and Francis feels like he's just awoken from a really long nap.
Hazaha will motion him over to the banquet.
I feel like he's walking along with everyone, but like every couple seconds he's got to start a like half jog run to keep up. Got those little itty bitty legs.
He's got to kind of like lean down and power forward, then lean up, then
lean down. Don't run so fast!
Stumbles every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
I'm too adorable for this crap!
We won't necessarily resolve Francis's backstory from the point of view of Francis, but I need to find a way for that to... by the power of the primal force sitting behind the throne, Francis's mind is expanded, and he remembers first following the man with the axe and learning the druidic ways, and part of his initiation, unbeknownst to him, involved his soul being imprisoned inside of a Leshy, his essentially being removed from the body and being the thing that animated the Leshy, while several spirits, not unlike the several spirits you once saw floating around your poor little niece, would occupy a humanoid body, essentially damning you to semi-sentience for the rest of eternity, while creatures that felt that they were more deserving of sentience would get the thing they were desiring for so long, and it dawns on Francis that this is likely the fate of his entire family, as they all seem to have taken to Druidism very quickly, especially Deneb. We won't necessarily get to do that Invasion of the Body Snatchers thing that I had planned, but it is still there. Xandu, now standing alone, is taken to a map that is laid out over a table. Desna follows you, and you see across Avestan there are several, like, little... It's odd how mundane it feels for these little flags to be sticking out of the map all across Avestan. There are 10 of them. One of them is definitively at the Pit of Gormuz, one's in Igorian, one's in Opara. Just kind of all over the place, and Desna just looks down, and my child... There is much more left to do. And that is where we are going to end Lordly Calibrian Pathfinder 1st Edition. I feel kind of crappy as I do it this way, but out with the old, in with the new. It's going to be amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching the really bad quality live stream that this channel started so long ago. That's half the reason I want to restart it, is because I want, now that I have more, now that I understand what I'm doing, which is in no small part thanks to the IOPC, just straight up, I can bring it back in power. We're going to be on Twitch. We're going to be Thursdays from 7 to 10. Oh, that's Critical Role time. Oh, well, it'll be fine. I put out so much stuff. You can also catch it on YouTube at that normal time. And it's going to be great. Xandu's coming back. We're going to see all this new sweet brew stuff. But for now, let's not sign off quite yet. Who does everybody know what they're playing? You three, you four.
I've got a pretty good idea of it. I mean, I have a stand-in and a backup. I'm not sure how many spellcasters we have coming in.
No, we're about to find out. Let's start with Joe and move down and get some ABCs. ABC. ABCs 1, 2, 3.
ABC
1, 2, 3.
Baby, you and me, girl. Anyway, Joe, what you got? What you bringing in for us?
I'm going to bring in Helmut of Harwin.
Yes! Yes!
You're going to play Helmet.
Yes, he is! That's sweet.
Who is an NPC from an in-person game.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he so is. Does he still have the pants? He needs the pants. He needs homebrew pants.
Alright.
Fighter Cleric. And he's going to be... He is... Story-wise, he is the adopted father of Torvald, who is the mentor of Enderling. So he is tied in.
Okay, fair. Which one is the archetype? Did I cut out? Did you cut out? Did someone cut out?
No,
I heard you.
I think maybe Joe dropped.
Oh, Joe, you and you. We're about to go to Twitch. You can't be doing this to me.
You can't. We gotta fix your internet.
Yes! Oh, okay. All right.
In comes the yeet, and Joe makes his entry.
I was screaming at my computer.
Oh, classy. Anyway, I don't know if you heard me or not, but is it the archetype fighter or is it cleric?
The archetype is,
I guess I need to pop up
it's cleric.
Half Celestial to see how we need to finagle that.
It's awkward. I don't know.
Yeah. You're a fighter with some Jesus stapled on, as opposed to Jesus with some fighter stapled on.
That's
if you guys didn't catch that, he is story-wise, he is the adopted father of Torvald, who is the mentor of Enderling.
Fair enough.
Watch me. Oh, okay, then.
No, you cut out. Okay, so I'm going to say...
No, he got it. I got everything.
The Half Celestial template looks like it could be slapped on pretty easy from what I know of making a character in 2nd edition, so you guys can just tack it on as it appears in 1st edition. And we're going to go real crazy. And yeah, that definitely does work with Hell. Yes. It's going to be amazing. I'm so stoked. Anyway, now I was real sad. They're like, oh, we're done with anything. But we're getting helmet, though. Okay, that's cool. All right, Donald, do you know what you're playing? Do you know those ADCs?
Yes, I'm going to play a human rogue, and I'm going to actually play one of my favorite PCs again, Artorias, and going to be playing him as a rogue multi-class into wizard, so a arcane trickster.
Fair enough. Didn't I play with him a long time ago?
Yes,
I did.
I played him as a Eldritch Knight, so I'm playing him as a arcane trickster rogue.
Fair enough. Alrighty. I can dig it. Rogues sound real good. The sneak attacks are multiplying. I can get behind that for sure. And I know what Adam's playing. I know what everyone's. I definitely know what Colin's playing because he's been playing it. Kane, what you got for us?
Well, what's Adam playing?
Okay, fine, Adam. You get to go next. Congratulations.
Tilcat is next.
Yes.
Our Tilcat is nameless one. She is from Inner Crossroads. She served Procure. She in love with she have boyfriend.
And she's coming straight from the Rise of the Runeblades playthrough that we did.
You want pet rat? You may pet rat, but only if it can hold the rat.
Because that rat has been through some stuff. It's time.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I did not... You know how they talk about a ripple effect? You know how, like, actions have consequences? When Greg spares a goblin, and then it becomes a PC in another game so far down the road. That's what we got.
Yeah, the goblin gets spared, the goblin's rat dies, the rat gets resurrected, there's a holiday.
There was.
Ratapalooza.
It's not a holiday.
It's holiday.
It's not.
holiday.
Nope.
It's on. Procure said he put it on calendar.
He put it on his personal calendar.
In Arkansas. Alright, fair enough. I definitely...
It's on a calendar on Adam's phone. I don't know.
Yes, Titka is a goblin from when we played the Rise of the Runelords campaign. She was a bard in the Thistletop that was mistreated by the other goblins and was perfectly willing to switch sides once she found out that her side was dead, basically, and she was being interrogated. She's smarter than the other goblins, and she was not afraid of letters, so she was able to teach herself to read what Longshanks write.
Yes. That's so great. Alright, fair enough. We all know what Colin's playing. Colin, I will say, if the occult spell list and the aberrant bloodline don't quite line up with how Xandu works, we will finagle something to make it work somehow to, like, whatever bloodline fits you the best, but it's the occult spell list, because you're coming from 1E. But Kane, though.
Yeah.
What you got for us? What are you playing?
Alright, so I shouldn't do this voice. Because this one's definitely not.
Yeah, you can stop with that voice.
Yeah, no, he can't.
Definitely
He's going
not
to keep bringing it up
Russo-Irish.
right alongside his
Definitely
Boston
not
voice. Just those two. That's him.
Yeah. Depending on how many fighters we had, I was going to play Bradley Boulder Ripper, who's a Dwarven monk, and I was definitely going to use that Bostonite voice all the time.
You can.
But I think I'm going to go with Otto Dravarius. No, damn it, that's still an Irish accent. It's supposed to be German. His name is Otto Dravarius.
Hi, Robin. When did you get here?
He's a paladin fighter.
You got slightly Scottish.
He's a paladin. All right, fuck it, I'm playing Bradley Boulder Ripper. It's happening now. I talked fucking Otto Dravarius up to one of my friends, but I can't do the voice now, so it's Bradley Boulder Ripper. He's a Dwarven monk.
He's gonna rip that up. He's gonna rip apart those boulders.
He's gonna do it.
He's Willem Dafoe.
Do it, boy. Do it, you dwarf.
I don't like that tone. Punch in face, they die.
I don't like that tone. He grew up on the docks, you know. He's just lifting things and carrying them places. And sometimes, you know, when he didn't have enough money, he would go and he'd get in the fights. He'd go to the fights. He'd say, "Hey, Ronnie." He'd say, "What, Bradley?" He said, "I need some extra money." And he says, "Bradley, I don't have any money. You already owe me $20." And I was like, "No, I already forgot your name. I'm gonna
Bradley.
No, my name is Bradley. His name is something else.
Ronnie. What is the matter with you?
Ronnie.
Ronnie,
I'm gonna do the fights, Ronnie. And he's like, "Bradley, you can't do the fights. You're an old man." He's like, "I'll show you, old man." And he kneecapped him, and he got in the ring, and he just beat up a bunch of dudes. And now he's a monk. He's just so good at punching. He's so angry.
Sure, because that's how you become a monk, you know.
That's how you become a monk.
That's how you become a brawler.
Start fighting in the ring.
Because Brawl is on a thing in 2nd edition yet. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna take any of the powers that make me do backflips and shoot magic up my butthole. But I'm just gonna punch dudes. I'm gonna rip the boulders. I'm gonna take those boulders. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna rip them real good.
That hurts. I was definitely talking to Logan about like the playtest and stuff, and he said he was a little worried about monks at high level play because they get an ability at high level play that says when they roll a dice to attack, they can just take 10 on that attack forever, and they have a capstone.
Oh my gosh!
They have a capstone that says as a reaction they can treat a thing that affects them as 1 degree worse, which doesn't sound that good, but that means they can take a hit and turn it into a miss.
Yeah, you can turn a success into a failure.
Miss. That's so amazing, and they're worried about how powerful that is. So we get to playtest that.
Well, you're gonna find out right now because Bradley Boulder Rip is gonna show up. He's gonna make all of your successes failures.
Hopefully, Bradley okay with goblins.
Tommy, at least
you know what? I grew up in the city. I didn't grow up in my own homes. I don't really possess a lot. You know, the home city stigmas.
He's going full Scottish macho ready savage.
Moving it.
Don't worry about it. I grew up in the city. I got a very metropolitan accent.
He just moves around wherever it wants.
Yeah, you know, like just like Bradley Boulder Ripper, just like a Rolling Stone. I give it no moss, and I maintain no cogent speech pattern.
Donald, what were you trying to say?
Tommy, at least you get to see Artorias not being a fighter, but also be macho in everything that he does, being all Vogie-like.
It'll be sweet, and everybody gets to watch it over on Twitch. As a quick, Session 0, air quotes, going on here. You guys we're going to go level at checkpoints. There's going to be 10, missions that you guys will go on, which will probably take, 3 or 4 sessions-ish, where this group of exceptional individuals have been made celestial creatures and remade in the image of a thing that you'll meet to fight a thing that you'll hear about. And
have been remade in the image of a Bostonite dwarf.
Yes, and along the course of this, you'll be working against one character one character that Kane played a long time ago, alongside some other patrons, in a couple of one-shots known collectively as the Colliginous Order.
Well, now, see, he's got to be a cleric fighter now or something, because you can't, there is no Inquisitors in 2nd edition.
Well, I feel like a cleric of sneaky god.
Because this voice is the voice I used for Salacious.
And that's basically the entire Session 0, where just the point of view is no longer being in a rebellion that's fallen apart. It's you're working with powers that be that will be introduced when we're ready, versus powers that be that you will be introduced to next time. And that is where I am gonna sign off from this recording. Thank you guys so much for watching. For all these sessions. From when I definitely distinctly remember Kane commenting on one of my videos, "Hey, the audio's bad. Oh no, I'll re-upload it. We use OBS. Good luck." And now this is one of my best friends. I don't know how that happened.
Good luck, sucker.
Yeah. This sounds real bad. Do better.
Pretty much. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and go check out the IOPC. They got a patron today that wasn't my soon-to-be ex-wife or Joe, so that's cool. They're growing. They're coming up in the world. I think you guys have hit a pretty hard subscriber buff. And I feel like Broken
we get
Universe
a couple every day, and I'm very excited. Real steady growth now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Broken Universe is getting a lot of views. I looked just a little bit.
It's second edition. It might be.
It seems to be getting a lot more pushback than first edition was.
335 subscribers is pretty nice.
I gotta talk myself into this voice, right at the beginning of Thursdays when we start to play this game, and I just won't be able to get the fuck back out of it.
I know you got. What are you gonna do, man? You're gonna get stuck in it. It's gonna be like you're doing it all day, and you're gonna go to work. You're gonna go to work, and they're gonna be like, "What's the matter with you?"
Well, you know what? If I come home from work and I come do this, and then I go to bed and I wake up in the morning, I go to work, and I've still got the Brooklyn accent going. I think I have other issues. Maybe I've had a stroke.
No.
Well, you may have. They'll be like, you should see a doctor, and then you'll be like, "Nah, I don't want to see the doctor."
Yeah, I don't want to go to see the doctor. It's free here, but I get anxiety.
You get anxiety with the doctor. No. And then
I don't want to go to the doctor and be like, "There's something wrong with you," and then I got to deal with the fact that there's something wrong with me now.
That's fair. That's fair. I gotta say before I sign off that the intro that you guys have that's been put together on your channel with the scroll that opens and the magical Disney light slaps on it, and it's pretty. It's well done. It's very good looking. It's much better than my "here's some words" and green fireball. Yeah.
Well, we have Alex, our editor, to thank for that.
Alex is real good at what he does. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Like and subscribe to my channel and Adam's channel. Or I hear that being nice is better than saying we can't be friends. So if you don't subscribe to the Interplanar Crossroads, I'll be sad or something. Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'll just be really disappointed. Yeah.
So you go with guilt instead of
instead of threats of violence. Yes, of course.
Passive aggressive versus aggressive.
Well, that's what my parents do.
And me too. And say bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye.